I want the school to start settling down now, please. Everybody, take your seats. The grade 9s, I will confiscate your phones, those two boys there. And it'll be a lonely weekend. I ask the student leaders to make sure, please, that the students are at least quite apart. Right. Have you Right. Good morning to everybody, to members of staff and students alike. I want absolute silence for the remaining part of this assembly. I'm going to ask Rabbi Renan to do the Parashah for the week.
Thank you, Mr. Arco. Good morning, everyone. If a fire breaks out in the school, God forbid, do not go to the Beit Midrash to retrieve the Sefer Torah. Leave that to one of your teachers. Last week, there was a terrible bushfire that broke out on Table Mountain, and very, very sadly, very tragically, it spread and engulfed part of the University of Cape Town campus. And one of the libraries, the historic Jagger Reading Room, went up in flames. 70,000 valuable educational tools were destroyed. When Rabbi Nissan Goldman heard that the fire was spreading on the campus, he immediately jumped into his car. He contacted the CSO, and with the help of the CSO, he got through the security cordon and managed to get to the Jewish center on the university campus to save the Sefer Torah. It was that Jewish center on the campus he was responsible for. And he managed to save the Sefer Torah from the flames. On Tuesday is Freedom Day, a day that we all know it celebrates the first democratic election in South Africa in 1994. Let's ask ourselves the question, what is the essence of freedom? Let's ask one of the greatest heroes of that freedom. Of course, Madiba, his famous words we all know, education is the most powerful weapon with which you can change the world. And Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of the United Nations, said it slightly differently. Education is a human right with immense power to transform. On its foundation rests the cornerstones of freedom, democracy, and sustainable human development. In the University of Cape Town fire, one foundation of freedom, a library with so much educational content, went up in flames. Another foundation of freedom, the Sefer Torah, was saved. This week we have a double Parasha, Akharemot and Kedoshim, and it's very interesting that both the Parasha, or both portions we read from the Torah, end in a similar way. It says that Israel is a unique land. It doesn't tolerate just any form of behavior. It has a way of chasing out the inhabitants of the land if they behave immoral. And therefore the Torah commands us that we have to rise to a high level of ethics and morality, and the only way that we can do that is through education. So as we enjoy the freedom of this long weekend, let's think about what we've lost, let's think about what was saved, let's think about the broader concept of what South Africa has gained, and let's celebrate freedom through education. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Rabbi, for that very important message. I'm now going to ask Al Duchen and Romy Zeffert to do Chadashot MeYisrael.
Chadashom Yisrael, Boker Tov, Ani Yael Duchen.
ואני רומי זפת. בישראל קבע לא צריך ללבוש מסכות. ישראלים יכולים לצאת לרחובות בלי מסכות.
ישראל שולחת עזרה רפואית לירדן להילחם בווירוס הקורונה.
יוון תחתום על הסכם ביטחוני עם ישראל בשווי של מיליארדי דולרים.
Yisrael Startup Nation חתמה על שותפות עם המותג האיטלקי UIM. News from Israel was proudly brought to you by the Judaica Committee.
Remember, sometimes it only takes one act of kindness and speaking Lashon Tova to change a person's life.
Candle lighting will be at 5:26 p.m. and Motzei Shabbat is at 6:19 p.m. tomorrow night. Shabbat Shalom and have a good long weekend.
Last term, before we finished off, we had our inter-school dance awards evening, which was absolutely wonderful, and it was wonderful to be able to see our dancers on stage again. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Marlene Miller for her investment in dance in the school and for pressurizing me into doing it. So I really would like to thank all the students that participated. Your performances were absolutely magnificent. To Mrs. Miller and, of course, to SALT. Last week, when we came back to school, we commemorated Yom HaZikaron, and then the next day celebrated Yom HaAtzmaut. I really would like to thank Mrs. Mazal Sachs for her unbelievable investment in probably what is the most important part of our school in terms of our ethos. It was a magnificent day, and I was so happy that we could all be together to celebrate Yom HaAtzmaut. I'd like to thank Mrs. Pitzi for the dancing, which is always magnificent, to the girls that choreographed the dances. It was absolutely outstanding. To Mrs. Moore for your support, as always, and ensuring that everything worked like clockwork behind stage. And more importantly, I suppose at the end of the day, it can only go ahead if we have SALT and we have Mr. Wilcox. My sincere thanks and gratitude to all of you. You gave up your holidays. You were here at absolutely every single rehearsal. I don't think any of you understand what goes into putting on something like this. Boys, your expertise, your commitment is absolutely fantastic, and I hope I'll have an opportunity to thank you again in next week's assembly. So congratulations to all of you. Last week as well, during Yom HaAtzmaut, Shiri Kaplan was competing in the International Bible Quiz. Obviously, it was done virtually, and I'd like to wish Shiri a huge Mazal Tov for finishing 9th in the World International Bible Quiz. Well done to you. I think everybody in the school can agree that the volleyball court is a wonderful, wonderful addition to the school. I'm pushing hard for us to try and get a five-a-side soccer court, but I'll let you into that one. But at the moment, we are having most wonderful time, and to the Sport and Lifestyle Awareness and Advocacy Committees for hosting when we had Human Rights Day, the volleyball and spikeball competition, which was absolutely fantastic on the last day of the first term. So well done to that committee. We also had over 200 students that wrote the first round of the Maths Olympiad last term, and I really would like to thank the Maths department for encouraging so many students to take part in it. I think it's a worthwhile exercise. It sort of exposes you to all sorts of different things. So my sincere thanks to the Maths department and to the students that competed in it. Another maths bit of information, and I'm not sure if Mandy is here. But the Wits University hold an annual competition. Mrs. Plessis told me that it's relatively new, and it is open to all African countries. For the first time last year, South Africa did compete, and it is with great pleasure, and if Mandy is here, I'd ask her to come up, please. Mandy Wu achieved a bronze medal. In other words, she landed up in 3rd place, which is an amazing and magnificent achievement, as there were thousands and thousands of competitors. So if Mandy is here, I'd like to present the medal to her. And now I'm going to ask Jade Copans to give us some outreach news.
My dream as a child was to be a teacher. Your dreams as children might have been to be a pilot or a dancer or even to land on the moon. Some children's dreams are to get a Batman or Barbie action figure to distract them from needles, medication, and hospital environments. Us as a school can be a part of making a child's dream come true. By wearing our slippers for just 10 Rand on Friday, the 7th of May, we can help reach for a dream, put a smile on a child's face. There are so many innocent children battling life-threatening diseases who need to be uplifted, but they can't do it alone. They need our help. We all learned during the COVID-19 lockdown how difficult it is being at home away from friends. This Slipper Day 2021, I want to be able to provide a child or many children with a friend they can rely on to support them through the challenges of their illness. Support these children this Slipper Day by giving your tutors 10 Rand from this coming Wednesday until Thursday the 7th of May, and you can help change young lives forever. More information will be sent out to your announcement groups, but it's 4 easy steps. Bring 10 Rand to your tutor, receive a ribbon, wear your ribbon and slippers on Friday the 7th of May, and help this organization change lives. My dream as an 18-year-old teenager is to change our country for the good, to be able to end my day knowing I helped at least one person that day, no matter who it is. On Friday, the 7th of May, I will be able to end my day knowing I helped a young, innocent child in their battle against an illness. Will you join me?
Well, what do we have here? Are you a team player, Private? Shut up when you're talking to me. Did you not get the memo? Do you even know what day it is? I said, do you even know what day it is, son? Would you care to explain what those are? Buckle up, ladies. Thanks to Private Twinkle Toes over here, it's gonna be a long day. Fall up.
Thank you to Jade and the Outreach Committee. I received this week a wonderful letter from the Angel Network, and I'm hoping that most of you know the magnificent work that this organization does in helping disadvantaged communities. I know that there were many of you that did assist in the telethon, but I'd like to just give specific thanks, which was in the letter, to Jade Copans, to Lexi Davies, and Dylan Walt for your unbelievable contribution. My sincere thanks for bringing such credit to the school. I'm also remiss in not thanking the Judaica Committee for the celebrations, the Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaTzmaut. To you, Lexi, for your leadership in the Judaica Committee. It was absolutely outstanding. To all the student leaders that put on a magnificent shuk, and to be honest with you, you're also all great dancers. So thank you to the student leaders for your contribution. And now I'm going to ask I'm going to ask Caleb Feinberg and Daniel Strauss to give us some information on the President's Award.
We are deeply saddened to announce that on the 9th of April 2021, the esteemed founder of the President's Award, His Royal Highness, the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, passed away due to heart complications. We are devastated by this gut-wrenching news.
Prince Philip, alongside John Hunt, the first man to successfully ascend Mount Everest, established the world-renowned program known in the United Kingdom as the Duke of Edinburgh Award in 1956. The program was designed to uplift and engage young individuals coming from underprivileged backgrounds within society through the specific self-improvement exercises.
Today, the goal of this youth development program, one which Kayla and I have come to know and love enormously, is to empower youth around the globe to explore their full potential and find their purpose, passion, and place in the world, regardless of their location or circumstance. At present, the award has over 1 million enrolled participants. That is over 1 million individuals who have the privilege of actively perpetuating the Duke's legacy and honoring that which he stood for.
From his incredible endeavors to protect Jewish families in the Holocaust to his phenomenal military achievements, Prince Philip's exceptional character is evident in all areas of his life. Following his passing, we honor him with the utmost admiration and appreciation for all that he offered the world, specifically through his creating of the award, which undeniably benefited the world and will continue to do so for many years to come.
As our way to pay tribute to this iconic individual, we would like to encourage each and every one of you to enroll in the President's Award and join the near 100 students of King David Linksfield who are already enrolled in this life-changing program. With over 50 students aiming to embark on a bronze hike within the next 6 months, and many more progressing through their respective levels, we hope that many more will join our school in acting as a beacon to an institution that exponentially develops one's character and capabilities. If you would like more information on the President's Award program, please approach either myself, Kayla, or Ethan Meltzer for more details.
We thank and salute the Prince for the opportunity that he has afforded many students at King David Linksfield and across the world. May his memory live on forever. Shabbat Shalom and have a good weekend.
Thank you very much. And it really is wonderful to see how many students at King David are participating in the President's Award. About 4 years ago, we had an opportunity to actually even meet Prince Edward. So if you're a royalist, you should do it if it's important. I'm now going to ask Daniel Appleton to bring us some awareness and advocacy news.
In 1992, an 18-year-old girl had her life tragically disrupted when she was sexually assaulted by a 45-year-old man who was later convicted and jailed. Some years into his sentence, he appealed his case, and his sentence was overturned. His single justification was that the denims that the girl was wearing were too tight for him to have taken off without her assistance, thus proving that she gave him consent if she gave him help. The court agreed with this reasoning, and he was released from jail. women in the Italian parliament who were horrified by this changed judgment showed their discontent about the ruling and showed solidarity towards women who have been raped by wearing denim jeans and standing on the stairs of Parliament. What started as a local campaign over 20 years ago has developed into an international awareness day. Its aim is to debunk the myths and misnomers surrounding gender-based violence and abuse. This year, on Friday, the 30th of April, the Awareness and Advocacy Committee invites you to join this annual global movement by wearing as much denim as possible, be it jeans, jackets, caps, or shoes, in solidarity with this movement and to help bring an end to gender-based violence. The Shabbos collection for the next week will be going towards People Opposing Women Abuse, or known as POWER, a national non-profit organization aimed at creating a safe and equal society intolerant of all forms of violence against women and girls. Enough is enough. No more excuses. Let us make a difference one step at a time. This initiative has been proudly brought to you by the Awareness and Advocacy Committee, the simplicity of being human.
Thank you, Daniel, and to the Awareness Committee, an absolutely outstanding initiative. Natalia Levine and Josh Beck to give us some arts and culture news.
Here it is, folks, the moment we've all been waiting for. Art and Culture Week 2021. But this isn't just a week, it's a full-on arts and culture festival.
Good morning, Ms. Schrager, teachers, and fellow pupils. Arts and Culture Week 2021, which is doubling as a festival, is on its way for the week of the 31st of May.
The week is going to be jam-packed with competitions, different ways to get involved, and so much. On Monday night, we will be having a monologue and public speaking competition. On Tuesday, we will be having an unbelievable acoustic evening where you can sing and show us your musical talent.
On Wednesday night, we will be having our esteemed annual one-act play competition, with Thursday night hosting a showcase of all the winners from the previous nights.
Although it seems far away, please start preparing, because you need to start getting keen for one of the best arts and culture weeks we have yet to see.
We are so excited to spend an amazing week filled with the true essence of arts and culture. And what's a speech without a little corny quote and some food for thought by the artist Degas? Art is not what you see, but what you make others see.
Sign-ups will be sent out soon, and if you have any questions, please ask any of the arts and culture student leaders. I promise you we're not that scary. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.
I look forward to it. I'm now going to ask Rachel Sachs and Zara Trudonsky to give us some sports news. I must congratulate everybody that is participating in various sports in the school. It's an absolute pleasure to see so many of you on the netball courts, on the soccer field, playing rugby, cycling, running. It is wonderful, and it feels almost like normal.
Good morning, everyone. The Sports and Lifestyle Committee are so privileged to be able to bring to you an event very close to our hearts. The Guy Parfitt Sports Day for 2021, happening on Lag BaOmer next Friday, the 30th of April. We will be having a five-a-side netball, soccer, and volleyball matches with an entry fee of 10 Rand per person to go towards a charity in Mr. Parfitt's name. Sign-up sheets will be on the grade 10 grass at break today, and we really hope everyone gets involved to give back. Reminders will be sent to the grade groups.
Last term, the Sports and Lifestyle Committee, along with Awareness and Advocacy, hosted the volley and sparkball tournament, which was a huge success. Besides for the major vibe that was there, we as a school came together and managed to raise enough money to maintain a water pump. The play pump is a South African innovation that provides clean water to disadvantaged rural communities and can improve their health and hygiene. A huge thank you to everyone who participated in the tournaments and to you guys for coming and supporting. The winners of the volleyball and sparkball were Dodo and the Rest and Spark Tyson. Please can you guys come up to receive your prizes?
In sports news around the world, Steph Curry breaks Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan's record as he continues his historic scoring streak. The three-time NBA champion now scored more than 30 points in 11 straight games, surpassing Bryant's record of 10 set in 2012. Earlier this week, 12 European football teams formed a breakaway Super League, which threatened to rock the foundations of the sport. The owners of the team have been widely criticized by fan protests around the world for being greedy and selfish. All 6 Premier League teams have now withdrawn from the competition. In addition, Jose Mourinho has been sacked by Tottenham. The Champions League semi-finals are set to start next week with Chelsea playing Real Madrid and Man City playing PSG. In cricket news, the Indian Premier League is underway, and after 4 matches, the RCB are at the top of the table. Maccabi 2022 trials for cricket, water polo, netball, tennis, and foosball are coming up in May.
For the first time in a year, our under-15 and first-team cricket boys played games against Queen's High School, who are the #1 rated focus school in the country. The under-15 team beat Queen's by 6 wickets. Queens were bowled out for 140 in 20 overs, and KD managed to get the runs in the last over. Well done, boys. We are so proud of you. And a special mention to Doron Romberg, Jacob Sachs, and Mikey Gengel.
Remember, pride, passion, participation. It's what we do. Thank you and Shabbat Shalom.
This weekend, we have a long weekend, as I'm sure you all know. And as the rabbi said, that on Tuesday we will be celebrating Freedom Day. 27th of April is always a public holiday in South Africa where we celebrate South Africa's democratic constitution. I think I'd like to ask every single one of you on Tuesday to consider what is freedom, and to really think whether or not South Africa has achieved the ideals of the Constitution, of human rights, or whether or not we're living in a very, very fragile democracy. And that's why it is so magnificent when I see the kind of outreach work that is being done in the school to better the lives of people other than us. This country remains a country of, in some ways, and to quote some people, toxic inequality. We are privileged. We have absolutely everything that we can want. And while we do celebrate, and many of us will be going away, I'm not sure at this stage that there's a whole lot to celebrate. And so I urge every single one of you as South Africans to make a difference to this country. to better the lives of those that are not as fortunate as us, whether it be in education, whether it be in housing, whether it be just in the ability to have running water and electricity. So when it comes on Tuesday and you don't have to wake up and come to school, think about something that you can do special. Just one small thing that will better the lives of everybody. And so I take this opportunity to wish the staff and students of the school a wonderful long weekend, to take care, to adhere to all the protocols. We're still wearing masks. Our numbers are still rising, and I would urge you not to be reckless. I'm now going to ask Kayla Solomon and Jordi Kubelin to do candle lighting. Thank you, Daniel, because the rest was a bit pathetic. So I can't. Better. Thanks, Matthew. Right, and now if I could ask Leah and Matthew and Ben to come up for the singing of the anthems, and I wish you all a Shabbat Shalom. Please stand and keep quiet.
Israel. Yehudi Homia Ulfate Mizrach Kadima Ahin Letzion Sophia Olo Adati Vatenu Hatikva Bashnot Alpayim Liotam Chofshi Be'atzenu Eretz Zion Yerushalayim Liotam Chofshi Be'atzenu Eretz Zion Yerushalayim Eretz Zion.
How to behave, I'm just simply going to end assembly. I've given you the privilege every single week of being in the hall. Thank you to ladies, to the staff. This part is the head student and deputy student leaders.
How's it, everyone? We hope you all had a good second week back at school. Yeah.
Just remember to start prepping for your performances for the Arts and Culture Festival, as sign-ups will be sent out soon to your announcement groups and be posted.
Don't forget to sign up for Lag BaOmer sports event. Sheets are out by Miss Forsman's office. Just Lag BaOmer is just a day of lights where we can celebrate all the lights in the world, and what better way to do it with your best friends on the sports field, so please sign up.
So, Freedom Day is next week, Tuesday on the 27th of April. On this day, we commemorate South Africa's very first post-apartheid elections in 1994, as well as pay tribute to our country's liberation from apartheid rule. The Awareness and Advocacy Committee, along with the JS Department and the Grade 11s, have put out a testimonial to both righteous Gentiles and contemporary heroes who have changed the world by liberating a countless number of lives and immeasurably helping those in need. This Freedom Day, we pay our respect to those heroes who truly embody the ideals of freedom. So look out for this testimonial later today on your announcement groups, and I implore you to please read through it over this long weekend, and especially on Tuesday, to see that we truly stand on the shoulders of giants.
Denim Day is next week, Friday. More information about this commemoration will be sent out over the long weekend and next week. Reminder that it is Service Day on next week, Friday, but you have to wear denim. The more denim, the better.
A massive mazel tov goes out to all our matrics who have gotten their driver's licenses since our mini prelims. Well done to Kayla Feinberg, Jamie Ossip, Simone Nish, Megan Seif, Tully Gingell, Daniel Azalai, Shayna Slom, Eden Lipschitz, Ethan Kaplan, Aaron Stock, Ricky Topkin, Jenna Schloss, Jesse Brodkin, and Daniel Jacobson. Better luck next time, Ralph.
As you all know, Monday is school holiday and Tuesday is Freedom Day. So go and have a great long weekend and a massive chill, and we can't wait to see you guys again next week.
So good morning, King David.
And good morning, Matric 2021!
Okay, thanks. You guys can all go back to class.